focusing on an important community event which is going to be happening in West Clare later this month, aimed at raising awareness around domestic abuse and highlighting the supports available to those who need them. Organised by CLAN, the Clare Local Area Network, the event will bring together a range of services in a welcoming and supportive setting at the West Clare Family Resource Centre in Kilrush. And to find out more, I'm joined on the line by Cecilia, Brizuela, the coordinator of the Women's Collective Ireland in Clare, and also with us is Dillon, chair of the Safer Clare campaign, a member of the Clare Local Community Safety Partnership and a new member of the Clare Local Area Network as well. And you're both very welcome to the show. And June, this upcoming awareness event in Kilrush came from an idea you brought forward. What prompted you to take that initiative?
I suppose I felt that I myself, even though I live in West Clare, didn't know a lot about the supports for domestic abuse in West Clare, and I suppose it's something that's always been close to my heart and that I've seen the impact of through life in various settings and networks. So I just thought that while I knew about Clare Haven services, I had a very narrow view of what was available and that you'd have to go to Ennis for that. So I didn't realise, for example, that Clare Haven services come out to Kilrush regularly, or that supporting people of domestic abuse also involves like housing, legal, health. So you can access all, and finance, and you can access those through like MABs, citizens information, and all that can be done around West Clare. And I suppose my fear about people who are at risk of domestic abuse or experiencing domestic abuse is a lot of people think it's an urban issue, or they think that you can get help maybe if you're near a town. But this impacts all the villages around West Clare. So I suppose I just want to let people know from Kilbaha to Kildysert, Labashida to Cree, all the way around, that this event is for you. It's for everyone, because we all have a responsibility to, I suppose, keep an eye out for domestic support. We don't know anyone in our network, whether you're a volunteer in a group, whether you're working, it's a colleague, whether it's a family member, someone might disclose something for you. And while you don't have to solve the problem, if you can pass them on to the right agency, if you can give them that information, then it could make a huge difference to their lives and, you know, their feeling of getting a bit of control back over the situation again. So I suppose I just feel that this is in Kilrush, but it's for every village around Kilrush as well, around the whole of West Clare. We want you to see what's available so you can everyone can help each other. Okay, and
Cecilia, it's clear that this is going to be a really important event. So it is at the West Clare Family Resource Centre in Kilrush on the 29th of April. It'll be run from 12:30 to 2 p.m. Can you outline for our listeners what people can expect on the day, what's going to be happening?
Yes, Alan, thank you so much for having us today. On that day, we are hoping to have a display and with representatives of some of the members of the Clare Local Area Network. It will be, of course, representative from Clare Haven, who are our main service providers for domestic abuse, with resources in terms of places where they can go to do consultations, as well as the emergency number, and as well other members of the CLAN network providing different service for domestic abuse. So in addition to that, of course, Women's Collective Ireland Clare will be present as well, sharing the events that we are building up, our connections in Kilrush. We host an event recently there, and we are very happy to keep thinking of various activities that we will have there. Like, for example, we are hoping to have a wellness and health program there. So these building connections help us well to make to strengthen the availability of supports available in the area. And so on the day, in addition to all this information, we also will have every woman that can attend the event can enjoy a free makeup and skin care tips demonstration with Claire Connellan. Claire had done different workshops with us, and we thought it was a good opportunity, in addition to receive the information about the resources, also to have a little bit of fun and pleasure time information for the women there. So Claire will host a workshop on makeup and skincare tips as well. So that is the main thing, is that anyone, as John has said, in the surroundings in the West Clare area can attend to get information from themselves or for someone you care, or just to be aware of the services for whatever situation it may arise in the future. But also you can enjoy a little bit of fun and nice time with getting expertise advice on makeup and skincare tips.
Okay, so it'll be informative and enjoyable. And June, how important is it for people, not just those directly affected, but the wider community to understand the signs and impacts of domestic abuse?
Well, I suppose when you look at the statistics, and I suppose, it's more than statistics, but it gives us an idea. And I must just say there's great resources up on www.clarelan.ie, and that will give you plenty of resources as well about domestic abuse and that kind of thing. But the Fundamental Rights Agency in 2024 stated that 35% of women in Ireland, more than 1 in 3, have experienced psychological, physical or sexual abuse from an intimate partner. And the CSO Sexual Violence Survey in 2023 on Garda Síochána responded to over 65,000 domestic abuse incidents in 2024. So, I mean, they're huge numbers. And if we look at, for example, in Clare, there was in 2023, now these figures are just slightly, I suppose they're 2023, that there was like 1,133 calls to Clare Haven helpline, and 85 women availed of the refuge, and 126 children at that time. And I suppose what I want to say is that there's great credit due to Clan, because they were established in 1997 under the Istanbul Convention and a response to a report from the Task Force on Violence Against Women. And there was many LANs, local area networks against domestic abuse, set up all around the country, but many have disbanded over time. Whereas Clare now had 11 members in 2020 and is up to 17 agencies in 2025. So, I mean, it's a great achievement for all the work that they've been doing, and you're creating awareness of issues, signposting people to appropriate support services, providing a listening ear, because no one agency can deal with this. It has to be multiple agencies working together. And I'll just give you a few. It's on the list there that we did give to you, but I'll just name a few of the agencies. Like there's going to be Adult Mental Health Services, An Garda Síochána, Bernardo, Citizens Information, there's the Clare County Council Homeless Action Team, MABS, Clare Haven, Innis Court Services, Probation Services, Rape Crisis Centre, TUSLA. They're just some of the members. There's 17 in total. And so they're just some of the members that can contribute to this. And like I said, it is very much numerous agencies working together to give an individual answer to people's problems. And the fact it's been there since 1997, it's a huge credit to the people there.
Yeah, Cecilia, I mean, knowing who to turn to is obviously vital. And I guess that's where an event like this is so important. It can help empower individuals and families with that knowledge.
Yes, absolutely. And that is part of the main mission for the Clare Local Area Network, is just building awareness. And as John was saying, it's such a complex issue that good practices are show that it's only in a combination of agents and different aspects that can get the best results. So we want to strengthen capacity as a network to be able to respond appropriately to these cases. So yes, information is key. You need to know where to turn when the situation arises. You may just not be aware that you are actually living in a situation like this. So it's also very important to be able to identify the very early signs of possible escalating situation. There is the domestic violence. There are so many forms of present. It can be physical, emotional, sexual, financial, but also psychological. The coercive control is a form of psychological abuse where it's not always easy to be able to identify it in the early stage. So that sort of information is also key for everyone, as we emphasize. Is not for some people, it's just for everyone. So if we are all aware, we can support each other to avoid situations to escalate and to be able to support when you are in a situation, totally weakness and lack of confidence, to be able to support those people to go to ask for help.
I suspect there'll be a lot of interest. Yeah, go ahead.
Just say, well, this is for people who might know people in their network. It's also for professionals who might want to come in, who are working in that area, frontline workers. So it's for everybody. And just to be clear, I suppose that you have the information area that's dropped in from 12:30 to 2. So that's where you can meet the clan members. And then in another room, there is the skincare and makeup demonstration as well. So for maybe people who are busy coming in at lunchtime or things like that, they can just go straight to the information room. There's no problem. And then for anyone who has more time and would like to relax a bit, we have the skin and makeup demonstration then from 12:30. There's limited spaces, but we'll try and fit in whoever we can anyway there. But anyone can come and go and have a cup of tea and chat to the professionals from Clan in the other room. So just if you have just a limited time, or if you have more time, you're welcome.
Speaking of limited spaces, June, on that, with the spaces that are left, do people need to register, book in advance, or just make sure that they're as early as possible to take up some of those last few spaces?
Just to turn up on the day and try to come on time. Say it's going to be starting at 12:30, so maybe be there a few minutes beforehand. And like I said, we'll try and fit in as many as we can. And unfortunately, if we can't, then, you can have a cup of tea anyway. And meet some of the clan members.
And sure, look, we all love a cup of tea. My thanks to June Dillon, the chair of the Safer Clare campaign, member of the Clare Local Community Safety Partnership, and a new member of the Clare Local Area Network. And from Women's Collective Ireland Clare, their coordinator, Cecilia Brizuela, thanks to both of you for joining us on Morning Focus. And that event, that awareness event on domestic abuse supports, is going to be hosted by the West Clare Family Resource Centre in Kilrush, as the ladies mentioned, from 12:30 to 2 p.m. on the 29th of April.